Reedsville going 10 miles an hour. She goes, she called me. I said, call me when you get there. I'm sure you're okay. She calls me. She goes, I'm sorry. I just got here. And she goes, I followed the car carrier. He was going 10 miles an hour. Yeah.
It's like the long trucks that only show up when you're late.
Yes, exactly.
So that's that one, and then I have one about.
Oh,
Oh,
Jerry,
that's
so
what I don't have.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
oh, yeah. I saw you go over there.
Same thing.
Sorry about that.
That's not in chapter, it's the creating of the current.
Gary, we have you on speakerphone, so we're just getting started. I just wanted to get you called before I forgot. I apologize if my phone dings, beeps, someone chings and it doesn't stop ringing ever, so we will. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, actually, if you hit mute till you're ready to talk, then we won't hear you if you're coughing and sneezing.
There you go.
Well.
Look at your face of your phone that says mute, just hit that button. Got it, all right. And then whenever I say, Kathy, we need your report, you have to unmute yourself so that we can hear you. All right. Going to call to order the meeting of the Preston County Commission. Today is January 25th, 2022, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to let the record show that all three commissioners are present. Commissioner Smith, Commissioner Price, Commissioner Stone. And someone has stolen my pen.
Yeah.
I very well could take it with me. All right. Anybody from the public to be recognized today? All right. Go ahead and get a motion for the bills.
Well, we pay the bills that are properly presented and approved.
I will second that.
It's been properly moved and seconded to pay the bills as they have been presented and reviewed. Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Yes. Anything from the assessor's office? Doesn't show we have anything. All right, thank you. Thank you for coming on this wonderful, wonderful day. Let's see, scheduled appointments. Our first appointment, and we're 1 minute late, we have Miss Stacy Greaser, our victim advocate, with the Tucker County Foundation grant. Yeah, that'll work, whatever you want to do.
Okay, well, I've,
It just
Well,
doesn't get on the camera.
the past few years, I've applied for different grants. And this year,
Mm-hmm.
I was blessed to receive one.
Great.
Yeah,
Good.
the Tucker Community Foundation gave me a mini grant of $500, which I had asked to purchase because with VOCA, we don't get any kind of funding for outreach products or anything like that. And, you know, people like freebies, so it's a good tool to communicate with people and, you know, kind of suck them in and say, this is what I do. And
Right.
so this is all learning to me. I was told I need to do a budget revision, and I've been talking with Mary and Jennifer and everybody downstairs, and we set up the new account for the grant. And so, you know, I just need to do the revision to move the money from one location to the other so I can purchase
Right.
products for that.
So you're using, I'm just curious, you're using it for like promotional items to get out to people to make them aware of what you do?
Yeah, like at health fairs, which, you know, it's been crazy since the whole COVID thing, but a lot of times I'll go, or sometimes I'll do speaking engagements, like if someone's having a meeting, whatever type of meeting, Lions Club. Anybody that invites me, I'll go and tell them about the program and stuff like that. And it's always good though, just to have products to reach out to people
Sure.
and things like that. So I'm just asking approval for this revision.
The budget revision.
Yes. Get a copy. Yes.
Stacy, I got a question. What, if somebody asks you what is the victim advocate?
Well, there's more than one advocate in the county, RDVIC. They strictly work with the domestic violence and sexual assault. I do those as well. Anything in the criminal justice system. So if we have a court case, then I'm there too. So they kind of get double support if it's those type of cases. But if not, whether it's a burglary, DUI, with death or any kind of thing that there's a victim, I'm your go-to person to let you know when court hearings are, because you have a right to attend those. And to kind of guide you through the process.
Yeah, because
From
if you're the
beginning to
victim, you don't know. I mean,
Right.
The perpetrator gets told what to do.
Yes, yeah, and they don't know, and they'll, they apologize for that, and I'm like, no, that's a good thing if you've never been this. But if not, then I can guide them through it all and kind of get their opinion of what happened, what they want to see happen throughout that process.
That's good.
Thank you very much.
It doesn't appear that we have any other budget revisions. Anything, Linda? Kathy, do you have anything on other than, I don't see anything?
There was nothing in the draft.
Okay, perfect. Then let's go ahead and take action on this.
All right.
I move that we approve the budget revision for the victim advocate.
Same.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the budget revision as presented today from Stacy Greaser, our victim advocate. Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
$500.
All right, next up, we have our clerk, Linda Huggins, with the final approval for our voting precincts.
I brought the map over just in case somebody wants to have questions, has questions, let's look at it again. All right, here it is. So, I'm asking that, or I'm recommending that precinct 17, their voting location to be changed to the 2868 St. Joe Road, Albright Fellowship Center. Precinct 18 and 20 to the East Preston Middle School in Terrata. Precinct 14 will be the sole precinct at the Terrata Community Building. And precinct 28, the newly created 28, will be at the Terrata Volunteer Fire Department. And to merge precinct 23 and 28 to be named as 23, which on your order of 28 is incorrect.
So this is incorrect on our
At the
paper.
very bottom, yes.
So it'll be precinct 23, not
Yes.
28.
I told Dawn, we were talking about typos, Dawn, this typo would make a difference.
Okay.
Yes, and that.
Will we have a new one of these to sign, or is it
I can
sufficient
get
that
a
I
new
crossed through it?
You know what, we can get a new one.
Okay.
What's new? I see that, the Terrata Community Building. That's never been one before, has it?
It is.
Yes, in fact.
Mhm.
The ambulance building,
No, it
did I
doesn't
say
say that.
community
It says-
ambulance building? It's the
Okay.
community ambulance
Because
building.
that's in the park, it's the community building.
Yes, I'm sorry,
Okay.
see, here we go.
We got a correction on that then too. Okay.
So the new precinct, of course, is the newly formed up here, 28, because of the delegate line
Mhm.
of this splitting precincts. And clear across that delegate line, it touched a lot of people. And we are currently in the process of sending out voter cards to the voters. And a lot of people have questions. And who put that on there? And so on and so forth.
We didn't do that.
And so, we
Get them in the right direction, please.
And so it's just something that normally haven't seen this extreme of a change and for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So,
Let me, being it's time for a number of people that may be signing up to run for an office, and in some of those, there's a district issue that would come up. Should they come to you with an address, or what do they do if they think they might be close?
well, the best way is to contact us because we do have the 911 map that has the current update of these so that all
you
the
can
different
look at it.
precincts.
No, right,
Actually,
exactly.
the 911 map doesn't look like this. It looks like,
Also, I know the Secretary of State's website, you can go there and actually put your name and voter, information in, and it'll tell you, this is your precinct and this is
But
where
it
you
is
go.
not up to date.
I know it,
Okay.
I was
Okay,
getting
not
ready to say,
yet.
I know it's not up to date.
Okay, no, I
Because
don't believe
it
any
has to be
counties.
finalized with this
Right.
first.
So we go with the clerk.
Yeah.
See the clerk.
Right, and so when you see the 911 map, you're gonna
Yes.
see all the different shaded colors of the precincts. And when you,
That's really
it
nice.
should pull up a little, if you pick your little address there on the dot, it should pull up a box and tell you what precinct you're in,
And what district?
I guess.
It does, and I've had a lot of calls, and
Yeah, that's why.
I forwarded them to, I've arranged to make sure that those two parties connect.
And upon the approval of all this today, I created a new list of what delegate district, what magisterial district each precinct is in and where they would vote.
Good.
So,
A lot of to-dos there.
well, there's a lot of to-dos that everything has to be done right now, and normally we have a lot more time to process all this. And so that's
So my
why
question is,
I'm gonna
because
hurry to do things.
they extended time for the census, they extended time for all these other things. Do you foresee them extending the time for people to register to vote? Or not to register to vote, to register to run?
File, no, absolutely not, no, I will not, there will not be any changes there. Because their residents, and a lot of circumstances, their residents is what makes a difference. And so whether we change that district or not, their residence is what it is. And
That's
so
what to go by.
that's all we can go by. And I know there are some counties that are, further behind us, but they're.
Well, this
everybody's
hasn't
rushing
been an
to get things
overnight
done.
process.
No.
This has been going on for a couple of months.
So, and just with all the different changes and.
I think it's good. I think the solutions you came up with, for the precincts and the places, the convenience for people to come and vote, and I think it's just good. Appreciate it.
Well, I've got good staff in the office. Everybody's pulling their weight and everybody else is waiting to try to get all this done, so.
It's
And
good.
Connie's been helping out there a little bit with her little terminology and her information. That, anyway,
Yeah.
somebody that's not used to working with this it's not the easiest thing to do. So,
Okay, so these two changes, that we need to note here
What was the one that you said needed?
would be tear out the community ambulance building,
Yes,
or just ambulance building, either way.
right,
Wouldn't have to have community in it.
So just
I
tear out
forget
the
what it's-
ambulance building?
yes.
I think that'd be simpler because
Yes.
you don't want people going to the
Yes.
park, the community building.
Sure.
Then we
And the
just need a
precinct
motion
23.
to, then we just need a motion to approve this order with with the changes that have been made, correct?
Correct, and I will get those changes brought over to you so you can sign it.
All right.
Sign it good.
Okay,
Right away.
well, that being the case, I move at this time that we approve the Preston County precinct changes with the changes that the clerk has given us.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the precinct changes. These changes will be permanent effective May 10th, 2022 for the primary election. Commissioner Smith,
Yes,
Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Yes. And will you bring this back over for us to
I
sign
will.
today?
I will.
All right, would you like, I wrote down the changes.
Thank you.
You want to make those?
All right. Okay, thank you very
And we'll
much.
just stay in session, and if you don't make it back, we'll just wait for you. All right. We will move along, and an approval of our minutes.
at this time, I move that we approve the minutes of January 4th, 2022.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of January 4th, 2022. Commissioner Smith?
Yes,
Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Yes. PIVs?
at this time, I'd like to make a motion we dispense with the reading of the PIVs and accept them into the record for January 13th through the 19th.
Second.
It's It's been properly moved and seconded to dispense with the readings of the proceedings and vacation and enter them into record for January 13th, 2022 through January 19th, 2022. Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Yes. Our state settlements?
We kind of stay with the same rotation here, so I move we approve these state settlements that have been provided by the clerk. Would be Armstrong, Durr, Fortney, Frankhauser, Graham Jr., and Teets.
I will second that.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the estate settlements January 11th through January 14th, 2022. Commissioner Price?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes.
Yes. Old business, of course, we have our continuing CARES funding. Nothing today that I'm aware of. If everybody's good, we'll go ahead and move forward there. Then that brings us into new business, which we have nothing listed but our administrator's report. So Kathy, we are ready for you if you're ready.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, the first one we have is to approve the tentative budget dates. It's budget time, and I emailed you the schedule, and I'll just go over that briefly. The tentative, what we would like to propose for your approval is that we get all the budgets out to office holders on February 22nd, and then those are due back into Mary March the 2nd. Then we'll get your notebooks prepared, distribute those, and then your budget work sessions with office holders would begin on March the 14th. They would be the 14th, 15th, and 16th if needed, and tentative budget approval would be on March 22nd. That gives the clerk's office some time to prepare the budget document to go to Charleston, which is due the 28th. So if you have no objections, I'd like to ask that you all approve those dates. And also, the email gives you the times that I will be sending out, making sure that office holders are available at that time.
Right. I have no problem with it, so
Do you have an email pulled up for the times, Dawn?
the times?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts at, there's a staff meeting, the meeting staff will be at 9:30, and then the judge is at 12, the assessor's 12:20, circuit clerk's 12:40, the county clerk's 1 o'clock, and prosecuting attorney is 1:20, extension office 1:40, OEM is, and 911 is 2 o'clock, and then 2:20 is the sheriff's office.
And that's all on March 14th?
That's all March 14th. Yes.
Let me explain. The reason that there's a gap is because when it says that you're going to meet with staff at 9:30, that means your budget, that means all the revenues, that means, and usually that takes us a little bit of time to go over to make sure that you don't have any comments on those or want to have me go back and prepare something different for you. And also, that is the exact same schedule that we used last year.
Right.
That those dates were good with Mary. So I want to get that out there in case I would need to modify it anyway.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, move forward with that?
Yes.
Okay. The next item I have is the discussion on the job descriptions. Dawn has given me some things that I've incorporated in the job descriptions. Samantha, if you and Dave will give me any of your corrections and additions so that I can prepare your documents for next Monday or Tuesday for approval. So if you just give me those, and I just put it on there in case that there was anything you needed to discuss with me. That's why I put it on.
Okay.
Also, on February 2nd, if you look at the financial picture that goes along with this, if we're moving in this direction, it is going to impact budgeting. So I think on February 2nd, if you notice there on the IT part, there was different contributions. I think that we need to bring those folks in and talk with them about specifically Dwayne, how we might be able to work that out. It does take some different budget looks to work that out. So I think it's time, if you've decided which scenario you want to go with on February 2nd, we need to make that decision and then move forward on how we're financially going to meet this mark.
Kathy, February 2nd or 22nd?
Oh, I'm sorry, February 1st. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. I was a little confused because I think we'll be in trial still on the
February
2nd.
1st.
Okay, February 1st at our meeting.
Right.
Okay,
So I want, on February 1st, we want to approve whatever scenario you're going with, the job descriptions that we put forward, and also we need to set a time to, if this is the road we want to go down, then we need to be able to hone in on that budget, because it does impact the budget.
yes. Okay, all right, thank you.
So give me your stuff as soon as you can, and I'll prepare those.
Okay,
Okay, now, the next time I have, you also received an email from Maxwell Stone. I've been working with Maxwell Stone now for months. He is a promoter of Yonderville. It is at Martin's Mountaintop. This is not a new event for out there. I believe this is his third year. It's usually a smaller event. However, that email, he's asking the question. He wants to have his event the last part of June. I believe it's over July 4th weekend. And he wants to know, confirm that he's going to be working with the current ordinance, and because his event may not reach the 3,000 threshold, he wants to be assured that it does not need a permit and for this go around, and that if he does need a permit, and you can see from his email that it says that he can comply with all the requirements. And so he just needs confirmation from the county commission that for his event coming up in June into the first week of July, that he is going to be operating according to our ordinance.
I know he starts selling his tickets in April, so it probably looks that way to be the case.
Well, my question is, he does not say how many people we'll have.
You have received an earlier email from Maxwell Stone, who says that his tentative thing is 2,660, and that includes people, not just tickets. Because this time around, when we go through this mass gathering ordinance, the fee is based on the number of tickets. However, it's imperative that there is an understanding that the 3,000 is people, not tickets. The fee is on tickets. The threshold is on people. So that's why he broke that down for you. And what he's saying is that the time is getting short. These events take a long time to prepare. And he's saying that if it's under the 3,000 people, that he will not require the permit. And if he's over that, he's telling you that he can comply with the current ordinance. So he's just wanting confirmation as he moves forward and books his bands and vendors and everything else. I stressed to him that under the current ordinance, I have to have proof of all those vendors being registered with the state of West Virginia. He's come up with a method that we both think will work. I have told him specifically that if there is a vendor on the list that cannot confirm I have to have confirmation of all the vendors before I would present a permit to you all for approval. And your ordinance currently says that he can actually ask for the permit a year in advance. So I think because we don't have any concrete decisions, that on this one, he just needs confirmation where it stands.
Well, I would say, doing the short notice and given what our ordinance already says, he could have already requested a permit months ago. And there's no way we can go back and change the rules in the middle of the game line.
Well, if you remember, he has sent you information on some ideas because I told him you all were contemplating making some changes. He had offered some ideas.
Right.
But I think now we're to the point where we don't have anything new. And to really be honest with you, it takes take several months on the admin end in our office to make sure that everything's in. If there's time at OEM 911 that has to look at his proposals. There's maps. There's a lot involved in a permit. Also reviewed by the sheriff's office. So in this particular situation, we're 4 5 months out that he just asked for confirmation. So if you all agree, and I would CC you on the email, I just need to get back with him today to say we're going to continue on with the ordinance for this particular event.
I think that's truly our only option at this
That's the only
point,
option we have at
because
this
we're not
time.
anywhere close to having
Yeah,
our changes ready to move forward with changing the ordinance. So
yeah.
that's gonna be
And
mine.
that would really not be fair to him if we were to change something and all sit in the middle. So he's given us the stuff and we have to adhere to that, so we just
Well,
need to
I
move forward.
think that's fair and equitable. However, I
Yeah.
wasn't going to make confirmation until I talk with you all.
Well, yeah, exactly. I agree with Smith. Honestly, we need to just tell him it's fine to go forward with the current permitting that we have, and then we'll just work on for next time for moving
Well,
future
and I
events.
think that it's very important that it is for this event.
Right,
Because, we're still working on that process.
right,
And I don't want him to think it's for future events. It's just for this particular event.
right,
Yonder
Exactly.
bill for those specific dates.
Yeah.
Are we okay with that?
Yes.
oh, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I think the next item I have is the update on maintenance. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes, it is.
So we have several things going on. Number one, we're gonna continue to use outside vendor on the plow truck. Still waiting for some parts on that. So during this winter season, right now, I have it going week by week. So we can salt, but we still can't plow, so we're using an outside vendor for that. I had all the snow hauled away that was piling up. We got that taken care of, and I think that's gonna work out okay for us. So we'll continue to work with Roger DeBerry on a week-to-week basis as far as the plowing goes. Also, we have several projects going on with AT Newman. If you remember, we had a temporary fix with the boilers across the street with the glycol, and also we have a valve replacement that needs to happen on the boilers in the annex. The glycol, we're kind of on the stall on both of those for a little bit because the temperatures are going to get really low this week. We had hoped to move forward with those this week, but we've got to wait now because I think we're going to get down to 0. Not a time to be messing with the heat. One of our other maintenance projects that I mentioned to you was we have been plagued with the sewer setup over at 911. Don Schreiber came in, the same gentleman that helped us in the jail building with that sewer issue. He came in, I talked with him this morning. He does have a solution for you. It's going to be approximately $10,000 to get that sewer line. Actually, what we have is we have lines running uphill into a manhole, and that needs to change. I'll have more specific details, but I would like a nod to move forward with that or put that on the schedule because it is going to impact the manhole. We'll also have to do clean out that you can drive over. It's going to require some digging and some repiping. So just would like to get that on the schedule. Not sure exactly of a start date, but you do need to know that the amount is about $10,000. So I'd like permission to move forward with that. That has been an issue for us since nearly the inception of that building. So
How
I'd
did that
like
happen?
permission to move forward with that, with the threshold not to exceed 10.
Okay, yeah, we need to fix it, but I can't. There's a saying about that, but
Hey, don't go there, Dave.
just be on record.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Clear as mud. All right, okay, all right. No budget revisions?
Okay, do I have consensus from the commission that I can move forward?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, please
Yes,
do.
yes.
Now, miscellaneous correspondence. I'm gonna request your money from, sewer conservation, or the flood, and the soil conservation.
Oh, yeah.
Conservation agency, I'm sorry, conservation agency, your reimbursement for your, money, on that flood
Yes,
recovery. So I'm gonna do that this week. Also, I will forward you the project documents. Russ Tuckweiler, is gonna be sending those to me. I will forward you those in your email. Also, I forwarded you this morning the PDC budget, that comes from the assessor's office on the evaluation fund. She's requesting the 2%. It's a pretty short window. To really be honest with you, I didn't want to getting it again this year, but Commissioner Preston in Lewis County had his queen help me get that, and so I have forwarded that to you. You have until the 31st to review that, and get back to me if you want to ask for any clarifications, or if you want to reduce that 2%. We have traditionally always given 2%, but it just gives you an idea of how the assessor is proposing to use that money.
okay,
But also, don't forget, I think the county clerk is helping us get some ideas if any of the attorneys in town, in the bar association would be willing to be a judiciary commissioner. Right now, we're down to 2 judiciary commissioners, so just remember that particular item that needs to be kept on our agenda. One item I'm going to try to work through is that Marcus Water. We have been trying for some time to get a meeting set up with those folks at Marcus, the folks in Newburgh, Region 6, who handles Newburgh's projects, the Public Service Commission. So people have been out of the office, and I'm going to try real hard remainder of this week to set something up. I think that we're at the point now with so many people sick and winter has set on us that we're going to have to look at continuing with meetings, and if folks who are traveling or uncomfortable or not able to attend by any other way, that we can set up Zoom or some way to communicate so that we can move some of this forward. There's a lot of money out there for infrastructure, for a variety of things. So we want to make sure that we don't miss a window. So hopefully I'll have something for you by next Tuesday that we can get that meeting rolling.
Hey Kathy,
Yeah.
I spoke with Congressman McKinley about that, and Wendy made note of it. And so if you would, please keep them or her in the loop about this, to see if.
Yeah, I had, she and I were talk last week, and she had to take another call, so I'm going to reach out to her name again, and because I wanted to talk to Wendy. You had mentioned the Bridge Street Bridge last time. We want to make sure we understand what the congressman earmarks are this year, and I'll try to get with her. I will get with her this week.
Okay.
She just could, we had 12:30, and I couldn't do 12:30, and she couldn't do 2:30. So I'll get together with her.
Well, she sent a note and made note of the conversation we had about the Bridge Street Bridge, and is meeting with, Congressman McKinley is going to meet with the governor this week. So it's on their, it's on their radar pretty close. So if you communicate with her on how that's going to.
Okay, also on February 1, I wasn't sure what you wanted to do there. If you wanted to have a work session, it might be a good idea to have a work session continuing on the job descriptions and finances and all that, but I wasn't
Mhm.
So I really wasn't going to plan on having anything that week, other than you have a board of equalization. And we do need to go over those before I get off here. So.
I'd say let's tentatively go ahead and schedule the work session for February 1 in anticipation that we will cancel the 8th.
Okay. So let's back up, and we need to talk about board of equalization. Don't forget, the first meeting of board of equalization is Monday, and I'm not sure if Connie's there.
She is.
She is.
Okay. We might want to ask Connie, does she have anyone scheduled yet?
On the 31st.
I do not
Yes.
at this point.
No,
How
she
about
does
anybody,
not.
how about anybody for the 4th? Because that'll be the same week.
I have not gotten anyone, I have a tentative who wanted to keep it open.
Mhm.
He's got some other things that he's wanting to pursue.
Okay.
And then, that's all I have.
So nothing on the 1st or 4th.
The 31st.
Okay.
The 31st.
At this time.
Okay, Connie and I'll we'll just have to keep in touch, her office and our office, and as we move along. But I just want to go over the dates again so you're aware. It's the 31st, it's the 4th, it's the 10th,
Mhm.
it is
The 14th.
the 14th, and the 18th. Minerals is the 14th, and then it's been confirmed by the state. So if we have anything, that will be on the 14th.
Okay.
If you want, because I can't hear Connie, if you want, did Connie get all the PVC stuff from the state?
Did you get the PVC stuff from the state, Connie?
I did not. As far as the budget, is that?
As far as the budget, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I will send, it came from Christina Turley. I
Okay.
will forward it to Connie.
Okay. She hasn't gotten anything yet, and she'll be waiting for you to forward that to her.
Right, I'll forward that to her.
Okay.
Okay, as far as meetings go, you don't have anything else for this week. Of course, we have the commission meeting on the 1st, then Preston County Day. And there's a reception on the 2nd, Preston County Day is the 3rd, the board of equalization is the 4th. So do you have any other questions for me?
I don't think so. Anybody else?
I have started working on the budget.
Actually, I have a comment. I don't have a question.
Okay.
On the changes or corrections to the job descriptions that Dawn submitted back to you, can you go ahead and update Dawn's changes
Yes, ma'am.
and then give that to Dave and I so that we can work off of that copy versus if, I don't want to send something back and be duplicating.
There really,
A
yeah.
couple of things
There
too.
really wasn't a whole lot that I changed. There was a couple words that just needed change. That was it. I mean, it was like, it was the correct spelling of a word, but it was the wrong word to use. Let me put it that way.
Already done.
Okay.
I will highlight everything in red that has been changed, and I will get those to you before 10:30 probably. I got them done. I
Okay,
just need to
perfect.
Email them to you.
Thank you. All right, that was
That's
me.
all I have, unless you have any questions for me.
Anybody? Anybody else have comments or questions for Kathy? All right, that's all that we have. Do you want us, are you gonna hang on the phone or?
I'll be happy to.
Okay,
All right.
all right. Moving on, we have, someone that has,
Hi, I can talk to you all offline. My name is Jessica Sell, and I previously represented Senator Manchin, and Preston County was one of my 12 counties.
Right.
I've also spent some time in Harrison County Commission,
Mhm.
but currently I'm representing a general contractor and just wanted to give you some
Okay.
information, and maybe we could have the opportunity to get on some projects.
Yeah, I recognized you, Jessica, when you walked in.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
why is Harrison, and I apologize, I didn't know you were Harrison.
Yes, I'm
County.
no longer.
I was like, why is the Harrison County Commission?
No, I'm not. I'm not representing Harrison County, no. Actually, it was Harrison County that inspired me to get involved in construction development.
Oh, very good.
In more intricate levels. So
Okay.
I'm just kind of reacquainting myself with the commissions that I've represented and have familiarity with. So I'll give you my card after the meeting. I didn't mean to.
No, we just wanted to make sure if you needed recognized before the commission, that
I
we took care of
appreciate
that
that.
before we
No.
adjourned.
I'm great, thank you.
All right.
I think we were up here trying to figure out, well, she looks familiar.
Yes.
Oh, I recognized as soon as you walked in.
Yeah.
Why is she here?
Why is she
You know,
here?
I just wondered why you were here. I was like, what's odd?
Completely fair enough, and I'm a little late, it took a little longer to get here this morning, I wanted to wait and make sure the roof was treated. But
Yes,
yes, thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right. Dawn, do you have anything?
At this time, no, I didn't.
Samantha, can I pop in here and just
Please.
remind the press that, and everyone that our office is open Saturday, half a day for the last
Filing date.
chance to file for a position and or a race on the ballot. And of course, we can take mail-ins as long as they are postmarked 29.
Uh-huh.
Continue with EMS discussions and work. I believe PC, we're looking at some training on radiological things, and so that'll be coming up. That's not a good field, but that's the way it is. Anyway, nothing earth-shattering.
Of course, we continue. I have a meeting tomorrow evening with Farmland Protection. And then moving into the following week, of course, full board for the Economic Development Authority. I think that's all as far as meetings that I have coming up. I'd also like to take just a moment. Actually, I'd like everyone to have a moment of silence for a young Marine whose life was lost down in North Carolina. He's a Preston County resident. His name is Zach Riffle. Graduated from Preston High last year and had pursued military. And it's just real unfortunate. There's been a lot of hardship, it seems, in times like this, that it just brings to realization how precious life is. And although we get busy in our day-to-day tasks that we all have, and COVID just has everybody dragged down, I think it's important that we don't forget the true purpose of all of our jobs and our roles, and that we all need to come together in times like this. So I just would like a moment of silence in honor and memory of Zach Riffle. Okay. And just continue to uplift in prayers all the family and students that have been affected by this tragedy. And with that, I don't have anything else for today. Everyone else is good. We will officially adjourn this meeting. Thank you. Kathy, I'm gonna let you go, and if you need us, you know how to get hold of us.
Okay, will do.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, we get, because I